Okay, yeah, I've never seen that before.
Who's that Pokemon? No, like, actually, who is that Pokemon?
Hello and welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast out there that believes Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself, and with me, to my left, trying to figure out the difference between concentrated juice and regular juice.
I'm Mansour, and to my right, someone who buries Hot Pockets in the ground over the winter.
It's Muhammad. I'm hungry.
Wait, I actually don't know the difference. I'm Mansour. I don't know the difference.
Juice
I know
concentrate is just like the condensed milk version of juice.
So I know that concentrate is like when you take a fruit and then you deprive it of all of its water and then you grind it up into a powder. That's the concentrate. And then you add water again to make the juice, right?
Yes.
But like, what's the difference between that and like squeezing the juice out of a fruit?
One is au natural, the other has had the life sucked out of it.
But then you add the life back into it, so it doesn't matter.
Bro, do you like watered down juice?
It tastes fine.
Do you like watered down juice? Yes or no?
No, but concentrated juice tastes the same.
Exactly, because the only watered down drink that's the only drink you should be making from mix is Kool-Aid, or Tang, or lemonade. That's it.
That's multiple drinks.
Alright, let's play some Pokemon.
I said what I said.
enough about this.
Alright, cool. So, this is how we have to start all of our discussions, with some juice-related topic or something ridiculous like that.
We got the juice.
This is going to be a long episode.
Oh, yeah. So do one of you guys want to give a recap of what happened last time?
Sure. In the last episode, we were in the tiny forest. Ralph and Kyle, or Machop and Trico, respectively, we went to the tiny forest and we found the correct apple that we needed to bring back for guild tryouts. On the way, we fought a Skarmory, which was a very difficult fight until a critical hit from Ralph managed to take it down. We also fought a Shuppet, not in that order, but we did fight a Shuppet as well. And then upon returning, we found out that our rivals, HD and Perk, were nowhere to be seen, where upon an announcement from Miss Quagmire, we realized that they were in fact kidnapped.
Yeah, pretty much.
Was it Miss Quagmire, or was it the weird Patrat that made the announcement? Or did the weird Patrat just like whisper it in her ear? I don't remember exactly what happened there.
I think it whispered it in her ear.
We shall jump back into it. So, last time we were here, Mrs. Quagmire was basically telling y'all, hey, they were kidnapped.
Oh my god. Kyle, I didn't think they would be kidnapped.
Wait, so you actually have a soul? Oh my god.
Well, I don't like emo kid at all, but me wanting to punch him is one thing, hoping that he gets kidnapped is something entirely different.
I mean, I didn't want them to get kidnapped either. I'm just kind of surprised that, you aren't celebrating right now. But, good for you. Good for you.
Gosh, who would even kidnap a bunch of 10-year-olds?
I don't know, man. That's scary. I'm glad we came out of there.
Yeah, I mean, the worst thing we encountered was a Skarmory, and I managed to kick it in its face.
So what I need both of you to do is, we're going to roll. Yeah, we're starting off with a roll. Both of you roll for beauty. So again, that's 2d6 plus your beauty modifier.
I got me a nice 10.
My beauty is 0. I got a 12. I got 2 6s.
Okay, so both of you have full successes. So you guys hear something in the background, and it's a police siren. And so you obviously put 2 and 2 together and realize, hey, the police are coming. they're actual professional, real live people that are coming here. Unfortunately, for a bad reason, but still, that they're the real deal.
The professionals will handle this.
Potentially. Out comes an Amistar.
For those of you watching at home, I don't know Pokemon very well. The only Pokemon I've played is Pokemon Go. So, what was the name of the Pokemon?
So it is an Amistar. It is one of the Kanto fossil Pokemon. It's like a blue thing with a big whitish, yellowish shell.
I've always pronounced it Omastar. I don't know whether I'm in the wrong or
I'm not sure how to pronounce it, to tell you the
Wait,
truth.
is it the evolution of Omanite?
Yes.
Okay, I know what that looks like. Fun fact for viewers at home, I used to pronounce Omanite as Omanity until Mom had corrected me.
No, wait, actually?
Yeah. I always read it as Omanite. No, I read it as Omanity always.
I didn't think I corrected you on Omanite, but
I think you did. Fairly sure you did.
Hey, don't worry about it. In this podcast, we pride ourselves on messing up the names, so... Anyway, so this Amistar pops out and just walks straight over to Mrs. Quagmire. So, what seems to be the problem here?
Oh, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. 2 of the kids have been lost in the tiny forest, and we got a ransom note and everything. If we want them back, we've got to give them 50,000 poke. I don't have 50,000 poke.
All right, well, let's see what I can do. And he just immediately walks straight into the tiny forest, almost like he's done this 1,000 times.
Oh, Kyle, I think he's got it under control. We should worry about guild tryouts now. I'm sure Emo Kid and Kirk will be fine.
but if they're gone, are we gonna keep having the tryouts? Like, it doesn't sound fair to them.
I wouldn't know. I'm just a kid. Let's ask Miss Quagmire. Hey, Miss Quagmire. Hey, I have a question. It's not apple related.
Oh, good. So what exactly is your question, dear?
I know that there's a kidnapping, but are we still gonna have guild tryouts or not?
You know what? Actually, this isn't a terrible situation after. I mean, it obviously is a terrible situation, but maybe we can put this to use.
What do you mean?
And she turns around almost like she didn't even hear your question and immediately pulls the Pat Rat over and starts discussing with him. And then after a brief conversation, turns back around and motions for everybody to move away from the buffet table.
I still don't understand why we're not waiting. This seems, I don't know. This seems unfair.
I don't know what's going on, Kyle. I mean, my mom always told me that I should just avoid trouble whenever I can, and so this is completely new ground for me. I've never seen a kidnapping happen before, or first respond. How does it get me so stressed out?
And so Mrs. Quagmire now that everybody's come back here, gets back up onto her podium and basically says,
"All right, ladies and gentlemen, this was unplanned, but we're gonna have actually a different version of our next challenge. Your goal, and feel free not to do this. Although if you don't, if you do this, I mean, you'll get bonus points. Your goal is to go save the kids. Good luck." And then she just starts booking it into the forest with Pat Rat.
What happened to the battle part of the guild? I was looking forward to that.
Should we do it? Because I mean, the police are here, and Sheriff Omastar seems like he knows what he's doing.
But I do want those bonus points, and I really want to make it into a guild with you, Kyle, my new best friend. You know what? Let's do it.
But we could get kidnapped.
Well, I suppose you're probably right. But also, the cop's already in there first, so like worst case scenario, the cop saves us too.
I guess you have a point. You know, yeah. Fine, okay. We'll go, I guess.
That's the spirit, Kyle. High five. And I lift up my hand for a high five.
Kyle just turns around and starts walking.
All right, maybe next time. Keeps walking.
All right, so you guys walk into the forest. And it is back now to your different forest minigame that we did last time. Only this time you notice that the forest feels and looks different, because after all, this is a mystery dungeon, so every time it's slightly different than it was before. So this time, either one of you, you're going to be rolling a d6 this time because of how the forest has changed.
Whoa, big boy dungeon.
I'll
Okay.
roll my d6. 6.
So you're gonna start. This is how it goes. The dungeon now looks more like a maze. You can feel it, and
Oh, boy.
you notice that the path that you were originally taking is no longer there. So you know you're going off road now.
Oh, Kyle, this dungeon looks like it's changing on us. It's not the same like it was before.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a forest. It's cool. Yeah, I could get behind this.
All right, well, stay close.
You walk forward one step, and then take a left. Walk forward another step. Take a right. You walk forward one more step. Now you can choose to go left or straight.
Kyle, do you want to go left or straight?
I got a good feeling. Let's keep going forward.
Okay, let's go straight.
All right, you go straight. 1, 2, 3 steps, and you see on the ground a seed.
Ooh, seed. What kind of seed is it?
Good question. Why don't you go ahead and roll smart for intelligence? I guess this would be like a nature check.
My smart is -1. Oh, no. All right. 5 minus 1 is 4. That's a failure, isn't it?
Well, I got a 6. That's a mixed success.
7 to 9 is mixed success.
Oh no.
Okay, so you both know that this is a seed and it will do something.
Ah, great. Well, I already ate my apple, so I guess I can carry it.
Yeah, you can hang on to that.
All right. It is time for you guys to roll again.
All right, d6 time. 1.
You move forward one spot and feel like you were moved exactly one spot away. Nothing happens. You just kind of look behind you and think to yourself, why did I only move one spot?
Oh, Kyle, I was just a little bit scared.
Listen, man, we just gotta keep moving, okay? Like, don't be afraid. I got you.
Oh. Thanks, buddy. All right, I'm gonna roll again. 3. The motivation worked.
3. So you move forward 3 spots and nothing happens, though you notice that the trees are starting to get darker.
Well, Kyle, this is a little bit scary.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just trees. It's fine.
Since when did you become the confident one?
Listen, man, I love the forest. It's great.
I'm gonna roll again. 3.
I'm just thinking Kyle's like, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
Fully.
So you turn left and walk forward 3 spaces, and nothing. Though you notice that in front of you, you're going to eventually have to make the choice of turning left or right.
Kyle, do you want to go left or right?
I think we should try going deeper into the forest. We should turn right.
Okay. I'm gonna roll. Oh, my die fell. 5.
Alright, so you move forward that one spot, turn to the right, move forward a spot, turn to the left twice, and you are now out of the maze.
Kyle, we didn't find anything.
Well, you are out of the maze, but not out of the forest yet.
Oh.
So you walk forward into a clearing where it seems like all of the trees are gone. This looks almost like an old battle arena that they used to use back, almost like a sports field, but into the forest. And you see next to a very large tree 2 Pokemon.
Is it Emo Kid? Emo Kid, is that you?
Shh. Keep it down.
I think I kind of already yelled.
So, okay, so Ralph, I want you to roll perception, so roll beauty.
Oh boy, it's a 0. Alright, let's see. 5?
Okay, so you don't see anything, you just kind of yell out and scream for Emo Kid. And then you hear a noise, and something hits you in the back. And I want you to take 1 damage.
Oof!
What was that?
I don't know. Something just hit me in the back.
I want Kyle to roll the same thing. Kyle, roll for perception, so your beauty.
11, baby! Even with the -1 modifier.
Oh boy, alright. So, with your full success, you hear that noise behind you, and before they can hit you, you dodge them. And they just go flying past you.
Hey, what's your deal, man?
What do you want from us?
You see 3 Pokemon standing in front of your tied up frenemies, I guess would be the best way to say it. and they have their arms crossed if they have arms, and they instantly come out to you to say,
So, you got our 50,000 poke?
Nah, man, we're 10. I get 5 poke a week from my mom. That's about it.
Don't tell him you have money, Ralph.
Well, I don't have it on me. I already spent it on candy earlier this week.
Well, listen, we're not giving them up unless you give us our 50,000 poke.
and they look like they're about to fight.
What Pokemon are they?
So roll smart, both of you guys.
-1. Oh.
+1, baby. Ooh, 4.
Oh, I got a 10.
A 10. Okay, so Kyle, for once in your life, you feel like you have no idea what's going on. Meanwhile, Ralph, for once in your life, you feel like you do know what's going on.
Yeah!
So the first one you see is a Geodude, which I think both of you guys have seen before.
I know what a Geodude is. Yeah.
The second one is a Roggenrola.
That I have never heard of before.
There's a Geodude, there's a Roggenrola, and then there's this guy. This is a Roly-Coly.
Holy moly, that's a roly-coly.
The Roly-Coly steps forward and says,
Hey, I'm Ignis, and these are my team members, Metamorph and Seti,
and he points at the Roggenrola and Geodude respectively.
and we're the team Rockin' Rampage. We're a villainous team. I'm not sure why I'm telling you this.
It's because we're protagonists. let's get into a fight.
Alright, so go ahead and roll initiative.
1.
2.
Oh boy. The Roly-Coly named Ignis rolled a 5. The Roggenrola rolled a 2. And the Geodude rolled a 4. Okay. Okay, so I'm pretty sure your speed is higher, so the order will go the Roly-Coly, followed by the Geodude, then Kyle, then the Roggenrola, then Ralph.
Okay, last as always.
This Roly-Coly starts winding up, and it's deciding, alright, now it's time to attack. And it is going to go for a tackle attack on Kyle. I am going to roll a d20 to see if this hits. It does, it rolled an 8. Then after that, I'm going to roll 1d8 plus 6 for damage. And it rolled a 3. So that is going to do 3 plus 6 is 9, plus its attack, which is going to be 6. So 9 plus 6 is 15, minus your defense, Kyle.
Wait, oof. That's 11. That's 11 big boys right there.
How much HP do you have total, Kyle?
Not much more than 11.
Oh no.
Alright, so this dude just starts winding up and just slams into you, taking you well down into low health, according to what you're telling me, at least.
That hurt. That hurt. Ow.
Kyle, no!
Okay, and now we jump straight into the Geodude's turn. So the Geodude decides to be a bit more patient with this, and it is going to use Defense Curl. So that's an instant success because it's got no accuracy, and what it does is it will increase Geodude's defense by 2. So it does that, and now it is Kyle's turn.
Alright, this Roggenrola is gonna pay. It used Tackle, I'm gonna one-up it. I'm gonna use Absorb. It hits for once! Let's go!
That hits. Now all you have to do is roll your absorb damage.
Absorb is 7. I got 7 plus it is a special attack. So I whack
That's right.
on another 8. That's 15 right there.
Okay, who are you attacking?
I'm attacking the Roggenrola. I'm getting my payback.
Okay, this Roggenrola has a special defense of 3. So that does
7 plus 8 is 15. So minus 3 is 12 times 2.
and it is times 2 because it is super effective. 24, was that what it was?
Yep. And I regain 12 health because absorbing health. I'm back to full health, baby.
So you just basically rage. You just get so frustrated with this Roggenrola that you just absorb the living health out of it, and this Roggenrola falls.
Wow, Kyle, that was cool and also really scary.
No one messes with me or my friends, or I guess Kirk.
That was the first time you called me your friend.
Not now, Ralph. It's not the time.
Okay, we'll talk about it after the battle.
So I believe Rock and Roller was next.
Oh, did I hit the wrong? I meant to say.
I think it was the roly-poly
and I
that
said,
hit you.
I meant to say roly-poly, and I said rock and roller. Oh well.
So you hit the Rock and Roller, and it was supposed to go next. Obviously, that can't happen, so that means it's Ralph's turn.
Yeah, alright. So the roly-poly's still alive, and it just hit Kyle, so I'm gonna say, hey, get off my friend! And I'm gonna use a low kick. And I got a 4. Oh my god.
Oh gosh. So, you try the low kick, and it doesn't work.
Get off of him in one turn! I end up hitting him, but like, I just like stubbed my toe.
It's a rock type, Ralph. It's hard.
So this roly-poly is going to get frustrated at you, Ralph, and it will go for a rapid spin.
No.
So it starts spinning around in a circle, trying to attack you, and it will hit. It rolled a 7. What is with all the low numbers that we're rolling? It hits, and it rolled max damage just now because it got a 6, which means that it'll do 9 damage, plus its attack, 6, so 9 plus 6 is 15, minus your defense.
Okay. My defense is 7, so I take 8 damage.
Yep, so it starts spinning around in the circle and just whacks into you.
Ow! You're gonna pay for that once I can kick you again, hopefully.
Alright, and now it is Seti, the Geodude's turn, and it decides to defense curl again. So it is just boosting up its defenses. Kyle, it's your move.
The roly-poly comes after me. Then it comes after Ralph. I don't think so. Gonna go ahead and hit it with a nice absorb real quick. I swing and a miss. Kind of just whiff air on that one.
So you try to absorb it, and Roly-Poly seems to have wisened up to your tactics after you one-shotted Metamorph, the Roggenrola, and so it just dives out of the way. But that leaves it open, potentially, for Ralph.
Alright, low kick again. Let's do it again. Rolling against a 6. I got a 14. Alright, yeah. So instead of kicking from the bottom, like I did the first time, I'm gonna try to, like, I know it says low kick, but the way Ralph could maybe low kick is by sort of doing like a 360, and then like his leg goes up in the air and like whacks it from upside the head.
Alright, so you just whack it upside the head, and because of how heavy it is, you will be rolling 2d6 plus 8.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus my attack is 25.
Alright, 25. Its defense is 7, so that means it takes 18 damage. So you whack this thing so hard, it's looking dazed, and...
Is it not super effective?
Isn't fighting strong against rock?
Oh, I'm sorry, it is super effective. Okay, in that case, you just blast this thing out of the water, and it goes flying. It hits a tree and lands right next to your 2 unconscious frenemies.
Yeah! Like my mom always says, if at first you don't succeed, kick it harder!
Your mom says some weird things, Ralph.
My mom's wise!
That seems like a very Machamp-esque thing. If it doesn't work, we'll just hit it harder.
Exactly.
Alright, so at this point, now Seti is the only one left, and he has seen both of his teammates basically just get one-shotted. So it is going to decide, alright, now is the time to attack, and it is going to use a tackle attack. And it is going to go for Ralph.
Oh no.
An 8, so that will hit.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a dud. It rolled a 1. So that will do 7 plus your attack, which means it will do 17 minus your defense.
17 minus 9 is 8 damage. So now I have 3 HP left.
So it just goes and charges at you and hits you, slams you. I assume you're feeling dazed, but you're still up, and it is now Kyle's turn.
I think Seti knows what's coming.
I think we all know what's coming.
A 19, baby, let's go!
Okay, so if there was any doubt that would miss, that does not miss.
4 plus 3 plus 8, we're looking at 15.
Okay, so since this is a special attack, it will be a special defense, which means minus 4 would be 11, right?
Times 2, baby.
Times 2 is 22, and that is exactly how much you needed to knock him out.
Let's go!
Yeah.
So you absorb all its health. You heal up the 11 health that you would need to heal up.
Oh, I was already
so
at
you're
full
back.
health.
Okay, so you're at extra full health.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling good after that one. Just hit him with a nice little 360 backslap of the tail.
The last thing he thinks before he gets knocked out is, why did I raise my defense so high? And it gets knocked out. You guys have won the battle. Hello, this is Anirudh, the GM, PM, DM of Not a Scratch, and wanting to thank you for listening to episode 2. If you've enjoyed the episode and want to support us in any way, shape, or form that you can, the best way to do so is to share us with your friends, share us with your colleagues, share us with your coworkers, share us with people you don't even know. Just share us. That's the best way to support us. Also, leave us a review on your podcasting platform. Reviews help to bring new people into our community and also give us advice on what we can improve on in the future. You can follow us on Twitter at NotAScratchCast, or email us as well at notascratchcast@gmail.com if you have any cool ideas you want to add to the podcast or just want to reach out to us. We want to thank GlitchX City for the songs Kirby's Dream Land, the Lo-Fi remix, Pokemon Sun and Moon Team Skull Leader Guzma remix, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver Route 47 remix, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Eterna Forest, the Lo-Fi remix, Pokemon Gold and Silver Ice Path remix, Pokemon Gold and Silver Rival Battle remix, and the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Route 228 Lo-Fi remix. As you can tell, we're huge fans. Check out our YouTube, check her out on Spotify, and everywhere that you can. You will not be disappointed by her music. With that said, let's dive back into the story. You guys have won the battle.
Serves them right for kidnapping.
Yeah. Well, also, Kyle, remember how I mentioned in the battle that was the first time he called me your friend?
Listen, Ralph. Kirk and HD are still tied up. I don't know why you want to bring this up now. You should probably go help them out first.
Fine, okay, we'll talk about this after we free them.
So before I forget, you guys both gained 24 experience points.
Oh, yeah.
So I assume you guys walk over to your buddies.
Yep.
Start untying them.
Alright, you start untying them. They are unconscious, and as you're untying them, you hear a noise behind you, and it is that Amistar. So, I hope you guys aren't the bad guys.
No, the bad guys are all unconscious over there. We just beat them up.
You guys beat them up.
Yeah.
But you're just kids.
So?
Well, yeah, but Kyle's got a cool tail.
I like how that's the explanation. Yeah, but he's got a tail, so...
Yeah, it's a magical tail.
Can we address the fact that Trico's tail is like 3/4 of its body size?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, that...
Yeah,
You
like...
know, on hindsight, that does seem like a important factor.
Pretty big tail.
So, you guys untie them. They're both still unconscious, and Amistar says, "Alright, just hand them to me. I'll take them back to the nearby hospital, and we'll heal them up."
Okay, officer. And I hand over HD.
Yeah, he takes them with 2 of his tentacles and starts slithering off just as Mrs. Quagmire comes in.
Oh my gosh, are you two okay?
Well, I'm beaten and bruised because a certain roly-coly wanted to have a piece of me, but otherwise I'm fine.
And Mrs. Quagmire, I keep wanting to say Quagsire because that's the actual Pokemon, but no, it's Quagmire. Mrs. Quagmire looks at your hand and notices you're holding a seed, and she asks you,
So, why are you holding a blast seed?
A what seed?
A blast seed. If you eat a blast seed, and you'll spit out fire, and it'll do damage to whoever you're facing.
Oh, I found the seed, but neither Kyle and I didn't know what it was, so I just picked it up because it was cool, hoping that someone smart would come and tell us what it was, and now you did, so mission accomplished.
Cool, so you now know that is a blast seed, if you want to change your name for that.
Yeah, I'll put in the sheet.
So Mrs. Quagmire goes,
But you guys did this all by yourselves.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle's got a cool tail, so,
Oh, of course. I mean, he does have a very cool tail.
I mean, as long as like we can keep going on with the guild tryouts and Kirk and HD are okay, I think we're done here.
Okay, sure. Don't worry about going through the forest and stuff like that. I'll just lead you out.
so she fast travels you out of the forest.
thank you so much, Miss Quagmire.
Oh, of course. I mean, you guys are the heroes after all. You beat out all of the other teams.
Go. This the best day of my life. I'm a hero and I have a best friend now who actually reciprocates that I'm their best friend. Oh my god! And Ralph is like just jumping up and down and running in circles. This because this point literally is possibly the best day of his life.
Kyle, not wanting to ruin his excitement, just kind of starts like, he takes a stick out of his mouth and just starts like scribbling stuff on the ground, just like trying to keep himself entertained.
So you guys walk back to the area. All the other teams have come back and they start applauding you. Some people give you a pat on the back for a job well done. And both of you, I want you to roll for beauty.
Hey.
That is our collective weak suit.
Yeah, there's a lot of perceptioning.
6. Oh.
Alright, I got 2.
Alright, so you guys don't notice anything. You just walk by as you're walking in the forest. And you guys get back back into the area where you're waiting for Mrs. Quagmire to finish up her speech because she's talking with Pat Rat and Almastar. She goes up to the podium and says,
Okay, so after the delay, we're happy to say that our two friends are back to normal, and in fact, we will be continuing the guild tryouts. So all we're gonna need from you is to get ready to battle, because that's what we're gonna be doing.
Awesome! Finally! I mean, Kyle, look, if we can handle those criminals, we can handle a battle. We've gone through much worse.
We've done so much battling today. I don't want to battle anymore. Why can't we draw?
Wait, is my health still 3? Or have I re-healed at this point?
you are not healed yet.
Oh no. Wait, Kyle, I was excited, but I just realized that I'm very badly hurt. I'm not so... Miss Quagmire, I have a question.
Yes?
Finding out those kidnappers really took a toll on me. Is there, like, some kind of potion or spray or food that I can have so I can get ready for the battle?
Oh, sure. Just go ahead and have whatever you want left over at the buffet table.
And you see, like, just enough for barely one meal.
Okay, I'll eat that, thank you. And I assume that refills, like, my belly and my HP.
Yep. After a bit more discussion with Pat Rat, she talks to you guys all as a group and says,
Okay, so what we're gonna need from all of you is a team name, so that we can determine how to randomize stuff and do things like that. So we need a team name. If you guys are able to create one, you don't have to keep it forever. It's just for the next couple of minutes or hours or however long this takes.
Oh, jeez, Kyle, I never thought about having a team name.
Oh man, but you like punching things.
Yeah.
I like drawing.
Yeah.
You like fighting.
Yeah.
I like drawing.
Yeah.
You always have cool wise stuff your mom says.
Yeah.
I like drawing.
Are you building to a point or not?
I'm just trying to think.
Okay. I just thought, well, I'm a Machop, you're a Trico. We could be Team Tree Chop.
Ooh.
Maybe you don't like that idea. That's okay.
Is there a way we can make it like a little bit like more like peaceful of a name? Tree Chop sounds really aggressive.
I don't know. I mean, I like punching things. That's kind of aggressive by nature. What if we call it Team Best Friends? Because we're best friends now.
Actually, I like Team Tree Chop. We can go with Team Tree Chop.
Okay. This reminds me of like the meme that's like a genie pops out and it's just like, you can have any wish, and then it's like, I wish for this. Any wish but that.
So, Mrs. Quagmire takes your name and randomizes it in a little hat that she's got. It's like one of those frilly fancy hats with like the little flowers sticking out of it that you would expect a posh lady to wear, I suppose. So she randomizes it and she goes through all of the group names and says all of them, and then she says, for you guys,
all right, our final matchup, which will actually be going first, is Team Tree Chop versus the Defensive Masters.
Who is the Defensive Masters?
All right, you turn around and you see the Metapod and Kakuna that I mentioned in one of the previous episodes. They step forward.
They only know Harden. It's fine. We'll Kyle, piece of cake. Easy.
Well, I mean, as Caterpie and Weedle, they know some attacks, so they might still be able to use those.
Oh, I didn't know that. I actually don't know that. So, like, not just Ralph. I really don't know anything.
You think he's in character, but no, he's just
I'm just dumb.
They look very mad at the fact that you just said they only know Harden. We grew up learning moves, okay? So get your little privileged self away from us.
Hey, don't call me privileged, okay?
Ralph, calm down. Listen,
Well,
I'm sorry.
They don't know me. I don't even have a dad, okay? I'm not privileged. I'm gonna punch you so hard.
Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have a battle.
And so immediately, as soon as she says that, all the people in the field just scatter onto the bleachers, and you two line up on each side of the arena. And remember, this is sort of like almost like a football field in a way, so it's kind of just a grassy field. There's a lot of space. You can go nuts if you feel like it. And go ahead and roll initiative.
3. Not the worst.
Oh, yikes. Oh, jeez. That's a 1.
Oh, for once I get to go before Kyle does. Great.
That's true. So what we're gonna have is we're gonna have the Kakuna go first, and then follow that up with Ralph, then the Metapod, and then Kyle. So the Kakuna starts off. Do you want to take a guess at what it does?
Harden.
Ooh, Poison Sting.
It will go for Harden because
Yep.
it thinks that's the best strategy. So it increases its defense by 2, and it is now Ralph's turn.
Alright. Ralph is I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna focus my energy by using the move Focus Energy. Which is just instant. So crits are 19 or 20 for the rest of the battle.
Ralph, why are you waiting? The longer we wait, the harder this is gonna be.
Kyle, remember the Skarmory. Remember what I did last time.
Fine.
Isn't that a saying? Isn't that a saying? Remember the Skarmory.
Never forget this. What's the, yeah, it's like remember the Alamo, but for a Skarmory.
The Skarmory was our Alamo.
It kind of was.
It really wasn't, though. We weren't really on the ropes. We were just whiffing.
That's true.
So we now have the Metapod. His name is Meta, by the way. Meta goes first. I should also mention that Kakuna's name is Striker. This Metapod will go for Shocker, Harden, and it will increase its defense by 2, which means Ralph is your move. Or sorry, not Ralph, sorry, Kyle. Kyle, it is your move.
Yeah, no. Kyle sees Ralph sitting down and focusing up and says, "This is dumb." And he goes in and he swings around his tail and he's going to take a nice shot at a pound on the Metapod. On Meta. 19, let's go!
Alright, that's a hit.
That'll be 12 plus 6, 18. 18 before subtracting defense.
Okay, and even with its boosted defense, it still takes 9 damage. So it gets hit hard, and Metapod looks confused, like, wait, that hurt. Which leads us now to our Kakuna. And so Striker sees that Metapod gets hit, and Striker says, "Oh no, you don't." And so what it is going to do is use Poison Sting.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
And it is going to go for our good friend Kyle, who just slapped his Metapod friend. And it gets an 18, so that is hitting for sure. So this is going to be 1d6 plus 3, which means it is going to end up doing 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 4 is 11, so minus your defense.
Poison Sting is a physical attack as opposed to a special attack?
I have it here as physical. I think it is a physical attack.
Oh boy, okay. So 11 minus 4, that's 7. But also that's a poison type attack.
That is true.
So that's what, 14?
Ouch.
Oh boy.
Okay, so it does 14, and also now I'm going to roll to see if you are poisoned. Well, it rolled a nat 1, so you're not poisoned, alright? In fact, you feel stronger for some reason.
Gains 1 HP. Haha.
Ralph's move.
So I get up, shake off the dust from sitting down, crack my knuckles, and I go, "You mess with my best friend, you mess with me." I'm gonna use low kick. We got a 6, and the accuracy is 6, so I don't think it hits, does it?
No, defender wins that, so
No!
you rush up to low kick it, and it does nothing.
Dang it!
You bounce right off its skin because of how defensively boosted they are.
Ah.
And so what Metapod is going to do, seeing as its turn next, it decides, you know what, maybe my defense just wasn't high enough, and it uses another Harden.
Aw.
Alright, and Kyle, it's your move.
That poison sting really hurt. Go ahead and use pound on Striker because Striker put in work. It hits, and it will do 15 minus whatever Striker's defense is.
A solid 6 damage onto Striker.
No, that's kind of underwhelming, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And let's see, that would make it... Is it Striker's turn now?
Yep.
Okay. So Striker decides to harden again because it feels like its defenses need to be boosted some more after taking that hit. And now it is Ralph's turn.
I'm gonna try low kicking him one more time before I try something else. And I'm gonna roll for that. We got an 8, so it hits. How much damage?
So who are you attacking?
The Kakuna.
Okay, so the Kakuna being a bug type means that this will actually do... being a bug poison means that this will do, I think, half damage. 1d8 plus 6.
Okay. And that's gonna be half. Okay. Well, we got an 8. 8 plus 6 is 14, plus my attack, which is 9, so it's going to be 23 damage, but half that.
It's actually going to be quad ineffective, so I just checked that out.
No.
So this is going to be a fourth of the damage.
Oh no! I don't like 5 damage?
Well, you gotta subtract defense first. 23.
What was it before? Sorry.
It was 23.
23.
Alright, 23 minus its defense would make it, because I was an 11 for defense right now, which would mean it's 12. And then a fourth of that would mean it does 3 damage.
Oh no.
So you hit this thing and it still feels it, so that's something. Alright, and it is now the Metapod's turn, and it is going to... It sees a strategy here by defending so hard that you can't do anything, so it's going to defend one more time and use Harden again. Alright,
Kyle, what are you going to do?
Man, this Striker seems like the main threat here. So Kyle, recognizing this, decides to go ahead and use Pound on the Striker. Rolls an 11, which hits, and damage. Oh boy! 11 plus 6 is 17.
Okay, 17 minus its defense means it does another 6 damage. And it is really not feeling well.
Okay.
Striker the Kakuna decides, alright, at this point I'm gonna harden one more time just to really beef myself up, and it beefs itself up.
Ralph looks in his hand and realizes he's got the blast heat still in there. And he says, "I learned what this does 5 minutes ago!" I'm going to use the blast seed on the Striker. So I roll D10 damage to foe. Please be as much damage as possible. I deal 9 damage.
9 damage, and the fun thing about seeds and stuff like that, they have no effect for defense and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's just straight 9 damage. So who are you attacking?
Striker.
So you attack it with 9 damage.
Yep.
And he's gone.
Yeah, but that uses the seed, I assume.
That does use the seed, so the seed is now gone.
Okay.
And Metapod looks at you like, where did you get that?
I got it by being a hero. Bam!
Alright, and now the Metapod is going to decide to use a tackle on you, Ralph.
Okay.
It rolled a 3, so it is going to miss on its tackle. It scoots up towards you, but it's so slow that you kind of just, like, move aside.
It's like a one sidestep.
Yeah, so you kind of just step to the side, and now it is Kyle's turn.
As this metapod passes, is approaching, and it is gonna try and hit Ralph. I just go ahead and turn around and just swing my tail around and use pound. Oh, a 7 that hits. Now am I hitting this out of the park? Not really. 2 plus 6 plus 8. No, 2 plus 6 plus 6 is 14.
Okay, so that does exactly 1 damage.
Oh my god.
So beefy boy staying beefy.
So Ralph, realizing what the metapod is doing, says, "All right, buddy, keep hardening. Well, I'm going to start chipping away at that defense, and I'm going to use Leer, which, if it works, will make their defense go down by 2. And I get a nat 20. Unfortunately, it's not an attack that does damage. Unless for a critical, it takes their defense by even more than that. It's up to you.
So what I will say is that instead of dropping by 2, it drops by 4.
Awesome.
It's double effective.
Yeah. So I stare at it so hard that it loses defense.
Yeah, so you just stare it down, and it's almost whimpering in fear at this point. So Meta goes now, and it's going to decide to use a tackle, and it rolled a natural 1. Oh boy. So this Metapod decides to run at both of you at the same time, thinking that it can take both of you on at once, and I want both of you to roll d8.
Oh, okay. 5.
6.
Okay, so adding that up, that's an 11. So you guys just strike back with that same amount of power, and Metapod goes down, and it is out.
Does it go down or does it go flying?
It kind of skids on the ground and lands right next to its partner.
And Ralph walks over to both of them and goes like, "Yeah, you might know other moves besides Harden, but you haven't hit a single one of them." Oh, wait, you hit Poison Sting. Besides Poison Sting, you can't hit any of them. And they're unconscious, so they can't even hear me at this point. But I'm just trash talking.
And you guys have won.
Yay. How much XP do we get?
You each get 14 experience.
Ooh, okay. 38.
Brings us to 152.
152, yes. I'm level 6 now.
Oh boy!
Okay. So you guys have leveled up, and so you get to add 1 attacking attribute and 1 defensive attribute, as long as the legal checks work out. So for those of you at home, the way that it works is an attacking attribute is anything attack-based. So attack, special attack, and speed, while defensive are defensively. So HP, defense, and special defense. The way that the system works is it tries to balance it out to prevent you from having one being too powerful or one not being powerful enough by doing a couple of checks here and there, which are, to be honest, a bit more complicated to explain. But it tries to balance out the system. So once you guys add those in, as long as it works out.
Yep, I've got it. I added 1 to my speed, and I added 1 to my special defense.
I gave myself an extra +1 on attack and +1 on defense and +1 on special attack.
All right, cool. So Mrs. Quagmire goes up, claps.
Good job, guys. You did fantastic. All right, so if you guys want to sit down in the audience and wait for the rest of the battles to go through, we'll see what happens in the next round.
Okay. Hey, Kyle, buddy, I just want to say you did really, really great back there, and I'm really happy to be your friend.
Okay, man. Listen, I'm really tired. Okay, let's just watch the rest of the battles and rest up, because that took a lot out of me.
I know you got stung. I'm really happy you just didn't get poisoned, but we did great at the end, though. It was good.
So one last thing I want you guys to do is go ahead and roll beauty again. We're going to use perception again.
Oh no. What's hiding in this?
We've already established that
We
Ralph
suck
and
at
Kyle are perhaps the 2 most aloof characters you could ever come up with.
I got a 6. Oh.
If it wasn't for my -1, I got a 6 too.
Okay. You guys see nothing, feel nothing, hear nothing but the rest of the battles.
I feel tired.
And that's where we'll end this episode.
So, does this mean that since we are resting, Kyle is resting as well and regains all of his health and belly? Maybe?
Yeah, so you guys can regain all the health. This will be considered a short and long rest while you guys are watching the other battles.
Okay.
Good, because Kyle was getting hungry there.
I don't know. She gives you guys a goodie bag for winning. I don't know, something like that.
Yay!
Woohoo, yeah.
All right, cool. That wraps up this episode. Thank you very much, everybody at home, for watching. I have been your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh.
I'm Mansour, playing Ralph.
And I am the player of Kyle, Muhammad.
All right, thank you very much, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care.